Good morning, Facebook Live. This is your gentle moment, and I'm gentle and happy February. Wow, the month of love, and we are in love here, stuck in love. All right, yesterday we spoke about being neighborly, and Jesus told us that we should go and we should do. In order to be neighborly, we have to show mercy. We have to have mercy on others. So I looked up this word neighbor in my Strong's Concordance. I want to show you this. This is the Strong's Concordance, and inside of this book, it's a very thick book, it has every word in the Bible. So that's where I get most of my resources from. And to be a neighbor is to be a friend, a fellow man, a countryman, someone that's near. So remember, we talked about wherever we are, we can be a neighbor. We just don't have to be in our homes to be a neighbor to the people across the street, but wherever we are a neighbor. And Jesus told us that we should go and we should do. And when I thought about that go and do, I thought about 1 James and 22. And I'm just going to read over here. And I'm going to start actually at verse number 19. And it says, listening and doing. My dear brothers and sisters, be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry. Your anger can never make things right in God's sight. So get rid of all the filth and evil in your lives and humbly accept the message God has planted in your hearts. For it is strong enough to save your souls. So that message that God has planted in our hearts, what is that message that God has planted in our hearts? And remember, it is a message to obey. That message is to obey. Remember, obedience, 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 meditation. That's why it's so important to meditate in the Word of God, because the more we meditate, the more we're going to obey that Word. The message that God has planted in our hearts, our spirit man, that the real us, is to obey. And not just to obey, but it's to listen. And if you don't obey, and if you don't obey, are you only fooling yourselves? If you don't obey, you are only fooling yourselves. If you don't obey, you are only fooling yourselves. For if we just listen and don't obey, it's like looking at your face in a mirror, but doing nothing to improve your appearance. You see yourself, walk away, and forget what you look like. I like this. I love this analogy here, looking in a mirror. Because you look in a mirror, you're seeing a reflection when you look in a mirror, okay? But if you keep looking steadily into God's perfect law, that means that your face is in the Word. Your face is in the Word of God. You are looking at the Word of God, the law that sets you free. And if you do what it says and don't forget what you heard, then God will bless you for doing it. So when we have our face in the Word of God, that is our reflection. If you look in a mirror and you see your reflection, you're looking at something, okay? If you're looking in the Word of God, you are reflecting. Your reflection is going to be what you're seeing. And if you're hearing it, if you're seeing it, if you're doing it, if you're obedient to it, that's a win-win situation right there. It says, if you claim to be religious, but don't control your tongue, you are just fooling yourself, and your religion is worthless. Pure and lasting religion in the sight of God, our Father, means that we must care for orphans and widows in their troubles and refuse to let the world corrupt us. This is all about love. This is all about love. We have to show ourselves neighborly to others. Good morning, Marcus. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Theodore. Hope you all having a beautiful day. We have to show ourselves neighborly. It's all about love. All of this. For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, begotten son. Those two commandments, love the Lord your God with all of your heart, your mind, your strength, everything that's within you, and love your neighbor as yourself. This is all about love. It even says we have to love our widows, we have to love our orphans. We have to love. That is the biggest commandment. And someone had pointed out to me yesterday that those two commandments, all of the other commandments are based on those two. Because if you have love for God, if you have love for your fellow man, that means you won't commit adultery. That means that you won't break any of those. That means that you're going to do what it is that you're supposed to do because you have the love, the agape type love that God has for us and that Jesus has for us. So my time is up. I hope this was a blessing to someone. I really love this. Wow. We got to be hearers. We got to be hearers. We got to be doers of the word. And if we're not doing that, we're just fooling ourselves. That's according to this word right here in James 1. And I started reading at 19 and I read all the way down to 27. So take this word today, place it in your hearts, place it in your journal, meditate on this word wherever you are. Think about this word. Think about the love that God has for us. This is an awesome word to meditate in. Awesome word. If we don't have love in our hearts, we don't have anything. We need that love, okay? Well, Gentle is out of here. Oh, I want to wish Steph a very happy birthday. Enjoy your day. And remember, may every moment in your life be a gentle one. And have an auspicious day. Bye.